Hello, Half Size Me community. I am going to share something with you today that I hope will help when plan A does not go the way you thought it would. So I have not really shared this part of my journey in this forum. I have shared it in Financially Fit, but I just want to, kind of give you a little bit of backstory so you understand where I'm coming from. Joel and I have been debt-free for a while now. We paid off all of our debt. We kind of followed the Dave Ramsey philosophy. We still have our house and we still have one student loan, but we have no consumer credit card debt, no car debt. We have an older car that we knew was in its last stages, let's just say. And we have been making plans to stow away as much money as we can with the hopes to purchase a new to us car, in July or August. And that was the goal. That was plan A, right? Okay, we stow away all this money, we save up, we go buy cash for it, we finance none of it. Well, guess what? Monday, in combination with my kid being sick, our car hit the final end. It's got a loose timing chain, the whole motor needs to be replaced, and basically the cost to fix the car would be 50% of what we would need to buy a new to us car. So it would be half. This car has other issues, so that would not be the end of the money we would be sinking into it. So right away, it gets really negative, right? Joel was struggling mentally with this because he felt like, here we had this great plan, and this is what we were working on. And many of you can probably really understand that, right? You go out, you have this wonderful plan, and things start falling apart, and then it's that woe is me. So I have gotten to a place with my coaching and with helping others where I say, let's dump all the possibilities on the table. What are all the potential issues, keeping in mind your personal boundaries? This is important. So one of my personal boundaries is I refuse to finance a car. I just refuse. I would have taken the $8,000 and dumped it into this car to resuscitate it before I would finance the car. So that was not an option for me. That's crossing one of my boundaries. But here's some of the other options. So option one, we pay to repair the car, we deal with it, and we push back buying the new to us car. Option B, we take everything we have saved and maybe some money that was sitting in a separate account that really wasn't supposed to go to the car, and we buy the car right now, and we just go ahead and get rid of the car instead of fixing it. So draining us completely of all cash resources, and that's an option. Not a great one, but it exists. The other option was we went and found out that car rental places rent cars for the month. You can pay to borrow them for the month. And Joel and I have quite a chunk, I want to say around 40% of the money saved for the car now. This was just really poor timing. We could pay to rent a car for a couple months, spend a fraction of what it would be to fix our old car, and stow away as much money as we can, cutting corners on everything, right? So that's another option. So at least 3 or 4 options on the table. And we're leaning towards that last one. We're looking at renting a car for a couple months, stowing away as much extra money as we can to where we can buy a car hopefully by the end of May. The reason I'm sharing this story with you is because I tell people this all the time. In life, you can have the best plan, right? You can have all your things figured out. This is what I'm going to order at the restaurant. This is what I'm going to eat today. This is what's going to happen. And life throws you curveballs all the time. What you want to get in the practice of doing is not to let the overwhelm happen. Like I could see Joel getting very overwhelmed on Monday when we kind of came to the realization of how much this car was going to be to fix. It's laying all the cards out. Go with the most crazy possible options, even if they're ones you wouldn't normally entertain, that don't cross your boundaries. And that's important. You need to know your boundaries around all the decisions you make. Once you know your boundaries, lay out all the decisions and look at them individually. Don't just say one thing has to be the answer. It would have been easy for us to feel we only had 2 options: fix the car, pay the money to fix the car, or run out and buy another car, maybe not the one we want, maybe with money we really didn't have to put toward the car, and putting ourselves in a financial pickle, or delay it for a few months, which that wasn't an option that even came into our minds until we started doing more research. So I want to encourage you, realize there are tons of potential options out there. Don't feel married to the plan you have now, because more than likely it will change, and be willing to dump all those options on the table in order to pick through them and find the one that works for you. And I almost just assume at this point, when I create a plan, it is tentative. It will not happen the way way we want it. I didn't think this one would go down the way it did. My mechanic was so funny. He's like, I'm trying to see if I can at least silence it to where maybe you can go trade it in. I'm like, don't even worry about it, because honestly, it's it's not going to be salvageable. So, you know, try and realize that the plan you have right now is tentative. Life will push on you, and you're going to have to push back. That's where you get stronger in this journey. You guys have a fantastic day. Please learn from this. Please take this and apply it to today. When you go out with a plan and it doesn't happen, put all your options on the table. Look at them individually and ask yourself, are there other options I'm not thinking of right now? You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon.